Now then, welcome back to another episode, Nemsun and the New World mod pack. Now, I haven't been here for a while, and I'm calling this Nemsuns Day Off, because I'm taking a day away from the server play that I've been playing on quite a bit recently. We've got the new Madlands, the new map, and there's quite a lot of things that I need to do around here. But the Madlands brand new server, it's server play, and there's lots of people on the server, and there's lots of excitement about the new map, and there's lots of things to do. So I've been very, very busy getting on with that, and you've probably seen a few of the episodes on my channel. Thank you. So I've been busy doing that, and also I've been busy on the Utopia server as well, trying to get a few bits and pieces that we're finishing up on. Try and get a few things done. Why are you only on 2? One of these cows was half dead. That one. Wonder what's wrong with you. Oh. I'm still trying to get my enchanting table because I've got 32 levels now, and I'm trying not to get myself killed in the meantime. So I thought I'd take a day off. Today is Sunday. Today is not normally the day when I'd be playing on the New World mod pack, but I've decided that I'm going to be today. Let's turn that back on. Right, now, what we're looking for is we're looking for getting a bit of Mine Factory reloaded. I've decided that I need to do this enchanting, which means that I need a load of cow hide to make some books, to make some bookcases. I've got everything I need to make an enchantment table and stuff like that. So I'm going to be making a breeder. That's what I'll do today. A breeder. So I need a golden apple and 2 golden carrots. Some purple dye. How do I get purple dye? Roses and lapis. Okay, right. So let's see if we can find some stuff. What I figured we'd do this episode is basically, I'm going to have a good catch-up. Well, I'll take that. I'm going to have a good catch-up and try and get a few things sorted. 2 golden apples. And I'm just going to show you a few clips rather than chatting all the way through, because I want to get a lot done today, but I also want to get an episode out. So we've got things like I'm going to be constantly farming this, and I'm going to build this. I'm going to get some loads and loads more stone smelted, so I'm going to get rid of all my cobble from various barrels around the place. I'm stoking up these charcoal boilers, and generally just setting a few mining operations off and things like that. So what I'll do is, this is going to be one of those choppy episodes where I'm going to do a fair bit of cutting. I'm going to need to make... Let me just show you what I'm planning here. I'm going to make a rancher, okay, to harvest the cows. I'm going to make a breeder, you've just seen, to breed the cows, and I'm going to make a chronotyper to move the baby cows and set it all up. Actually, I'll probably make a grinder rather than a rancher, because a rancher just milks the cows, and I don't want that. I want a rancher does wool off sheep and milk from cows. As a grinder, that's the thing that I'm going to need. So I'm going to be making all those material components. I'm going to be setting off my mining turtles. I'm going to be chopping down some trees, doing odd bits and pieces. And I'm going to do lots of little cuts between that. And I might do a little montage and then have a little chat with you over the top. I want to watch my older videos as well. So I get a good long list of jobs that need doing and just get it all done on my day off. So we're caught bang up to date. So enjoy, guys. Right then, well that was a busy afternoon. I got quite a bit done, as you're about to see. And I've also had a good look through a few of my episodes, possibly 3 or 4 from about episode 5 onwards. And I've noticed that I've got a few bits that I've missed out on. Now, the main thing that comes to my attention is this area that I'm working in now, where I'm setting up this cow breeding facility. It's basically my food source and also leather for my books, for enchanting, all that sort of tools, enchantments and all that sort of stuff, which is going to happen at this base. And I'm thinking along the lines that I really want to keep focused on keeping a few bases active for this mod pack and not building everything all in one place. So over here I've done this cow breeding area, which will basically automate cow breeding and production. So the cows will just give me their leather and their meat, and I'll end up with cooked meat and leather by the end of it. I've got to rig all the AE system up in there as well yet, but I thought I'd save that bit for an episode. I thought I'd just get all the blocks in the right places and lay it out properly in this episode so that you can see where I'm at. And when I come at it, maybe next episode, maybe not next episode. I don't want to promise that I'll do it next episode because there may be something more important that I can do next episode. But it will happen in an episode that I'll go through all of these machines that you can see me placing around here. There's 3 of them altogether, but the whole AE system, the same as the tree farms, I'll plan on throwing all that together in the underside. And another thing I remember that I've said in a comment was that I'd got a kitchen planned, and it was this particular build here that's that really should be where the kitchen is. That's why I picked this particular building for building the cow farm on top of. So the meat and everything will go down into the kitchen of the building, and there's some really cool furniture and things to cook meat and stuff with from the jammy furniture mod. So we're going to get into that quite a bit when we're building that bit. That might be a couple of episodes worth there, just doing one episode rigging it all up and then another episode making it all look like it's a kitchen up there. Just up these stairs in this room will just make it look like it's actually somewhere where you could live. Just for the fun of it, just for the aesthetics of making things look nice. But I will make sure that I explain everything for those of you that don't know how these Mine Factory Reloaded machines work, or indeed how the AE system will pull stuff out and make things happen around the building and the cow farm. I mean, there are other ways of doing things. I'm sure I've recently seen in the Madlands, the vanilla server, how a cow farm can be made in the vanilla server. It's got a little bit of complication here and there, and you've got to do a lot of things yourself. This is very, very automatic in Feed the Beast, as you would expect. But it's possibly the best food source in the game, steak. So if you're sort of playing along in this mod pack as well, I suggest you get yourself your cows, at least get a few cows together and get them over to your base so that when I show you how I'm rigging this up, which is a fairly inexpensive system, let me tell you, fairly inexpensive system. You could be using buildcraft pipes and things like that. You don't need an AE system necessarily. Everything can be automated with standard buildcraft. But I'm going to use AE. So if you can get some AE crystals and work along with me, then that'll be great as well. For the minute though, I'm just making it so that I'm going to manually operate this cow farm just to get things started for me. Now, I'd been breeding them up for quite a while, so when it came to the time where I'd got the cow farm ready for the cows to follow me up, I didn't really want to take the whole herd, and I was planning on getting all the leather to make books to get my enchantment table going. All of this had taken quite some time at this point, so I just quickly killed the cows and planned on taking a couple of the babies up there before they grew too old. It didn't really matter if they grew up while I was doing this, so long as I had 2 in the breeding pen above, then all was going to be good. So they're cute little things, aren't they? But they followed me up nicely, and I've been looking at other bits and pieces that I've said in videos that I haven't done anything about yet. And I apologise if you've been waiting for something that I've replied to a comment of yours and I still haven't done anything about it yet. I'm not going to rush it. I'm still going to take my time and do things in my own sequence. And I'd like to try and explain sort of the sequence that I'm going for so you can understand why I'm doing things in a certain order and not just sort of jumping in to follow what your comments are straight away. I am actually reading all of your comments and I am answering as many as I think are necessary, and I'm trying to stay on track with the big game plan I've got here. That's a crazy little machine, that is, the chronotyper, but I'll tell you all about that in another episode. The bigger plan really is to get myself a load more materials coming in rather fast, because at the minute I've been doing a lot of mining. I did a fair bit of mining today, along with the turtles. I set the turtles off again doing a lot of mining, and I would like to get the quarries set up. And another thing I mentioned in a recent comment on a video was that I wanted to get the quarries set up out in the ocean, and I think that that's probably the best place for it, because I don't really want to destroy the world by quarrying any of the local areas, and I'm pretty sure that the ocean's that sort of place that I probably won't build, but I'll do something with quarries in the future. In order to get to the quarrying stage, to basically give me all the supplies I'll ever need and just keep resetting the quarry, I'm going to need an ender chest at the quarry site. And in order to get an ender chest, I'm going to need to go and get some blaze rods. So doing the nether stronghold thing has to come first before setting up the quarry anywhere. And in order to get through the nether, you saw my nether spawn the other episode, and if you didn't, go back and check it out. But I spawned in on an island suspended over lava with loads of space for gas to spawn around me. And I went and put portals elsewhere in the villages last episode to try and get a different way into the nether to start working back to my original point. And all of my nether portals came back. So there's a couple of things there that I've got to do in the nether. I've got to go through and build myself some platforms to get me off the area that I spawn in through the portal and up into the fortresses. That's the first job, and that's going to take a lot of building and quite a lot of work, and very dangerous work as well. One of the reasons that I wanted that bow the other episode, the fibre wire bow, was so that I've got a decent bow for taking out gas, so they can't knock me off from high places when I'm building bridges and things. I'm also going to need a hell of a lot of stone, so that's one of the reasons why I've started smelting it today, to get just an absolute ton of stone and stone slabs, because I could use cobblestone, and I could use cobblestone half slabs, but I want to make it look nice, because once I've built it, I don't fancy really ripping it down again. So I want to make it right first time. So I'm smelting up a load of my cobblestone to make the stone that I'll need in order to go through the nether and get to the fortresses, to find a blaze spawner, to get the blaze rods and all that sort of stuff. That'll all lead on to making blaze farms and wither skeleton farms and all those sort of things in future episodes, and seeing what I can use from this mod pack to give it the vanilla with benefits farming. There's also soul shards in the pack, so I don't have to do all of it. I could get myself a blaze shard, but in order to get the blaze shard I need some soul sand and blah 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 blah. So I still need to get out there and get into the nether and get myself sorted. But I'm not going to do that while I was on 32 levels, so it was first priority was to make this enchanting table area. And I'm blocking it all in so that obviously I don't get snuck up on. But I've also got ideas for putting bookcases and that around there, and getting this cow and leather farm and the sugarcane farm all up and going. so that I've got lots and lots of books for enchanting every time I get a load of levels from something. Now, if I've got then the ocean quarries to bring me all the resources I want, I need the ender chest to transport the resources back to base. But then what do I do with the resources then? Well, obviously, I need to automate some sort of sorting system. AE is perfect for it again, so I'm going to be using the AE system, as I love it so much, and start linking up the AE system to everything to make it all one great big AE system over this particular base. And I'm going to have all of my processing done through the metallurgy mod. So no pulverizers, no macerators, none of that, no powered furnaces and all. It's all going to be run by the metallurgy 3 mod, with AE feeding and moving all the items around. There are other ways, there are simpler ways, but this mod pack has the metallurgy 3 in it, and I want to use it. I want to find the best ways to use the metallurgy 3 mod and AE together to automate everything the quarry ever produces and bring it all back to me. So many supplies, so much needed. I spent quite a while with these couple of turtles digging out some more tunnels to get some more resources on the go while I was waiting for cows to breed and while I was growing bits and pieces up. I also went and did a bit of stripping in the side mines, the ones that had already been mined out by the turtles earlier on, because I just never got round to going back to them. So grabbing all those resources, taking them around, had quite a nice little afternoon of mining. I enjoy mining. I think I prefer caving to branch mining, but branch mining does have its benefits. It's still a bit of fun doing a bit of branch mining, and you're very safe, so you can just relax and get on with it. So watching a video while doing a bit of branch mining is ideal for me. But once we've got the quarry going, we won't really need to do the branch mining so much. So it'll be a bit more adventuring out to find caves and caverns and dungeons and spawners and odd bits and pieces that you don't necessarily get. So basically finding chests in places and finding fun places to build in and fun obstacles to overcome and spawners to make traps from and things like that. I think once I've got my basic food supply, which will be steak, I've got my basic AE system smelting everything and organising everything for me, then I'll be able to move away from this area and also move away from the metallurgy mod a little bit. I think there's another thing that I've got to do before I leave, and that was the whole thing with the pet bats mod. We've had Cecil and Cecil 2, and then the other episode I lost Cecil 2 very accidentally, but it did give me the motivation to go and find some more bats and start training them up and coming up with other cunning ideas of how to use zombie spawners and soul shards in order to bring all that together to make a really good and awesome bat cave where I can have a load of bats and have a big XP farm for them and really take them to see just how far that pet bats mod can go and take them out on an adventure with me to see just how much damage they can do if I've got a little pack of pet bats running around. So I do plan on making a bit of a bat cave, possibly in this sort of area that I'm in now, because it looks like it's a bit of a cavernous space, and I'm pretty sure that where the wood is above my head around the back there, that there's an abandoned mine shaft or something around there, because I sealed it up after finding it the first time just to stop all the spiders and stuff funneling down to me. So we've got things like that to do as well, and yeah, I think that about covers it for things that I've got outstanding. I've got plenty of other things that I need to do as well, like I want to get the bees started, which is very important to get bees on the go very early on, but I don't really want to do it at this base. I would rather go and find a new place to start another base that develops bees and forestry and trees, and there's a butterfly mod as well, I think, in this. But in order to get all of these things going, the fundamental bit is to start off with having the ability to grab loads of resources without this sort of slow mining. This is vanilla with benefits, yes. I've got the benefit of having the turtles doing a lot of digging for me, and I'm running around all over the place. But to be honest, on the Utopia server, I've got a couple of quarries that run when I need them to, and fetching so many resources while I'm offline, while I'm playing on this mod pack, while I'm playing on the Madlands. The Utopia server is fully automated and things are running smoothly for me, so that when I've got another project on the Utopia server, I've got the stuff there just waiting for me to use and make whatever I want. Whatever I feel like making, it's there for me. I'd like to get into a similar sort of situation with the New World mod pack, where rather than it being that it's on all the time, because it's a single player, it's not on a server. So while I'm on the mod, playing the mod, then I'll be able to have all the quarries and stuff active and pumping items in. So while I'm doing lots and lots of the crucial building and planning and finding places and trading with the villagers and building the bat cave and setting up the kitchen and all the other bits and pieces, the quarry can be going and running for me, bringing lots of resources in, and then I can take a load of resources with me to wherever I need to go. I'll probably do things like set basic beehives up and things like that as well while I'm over here, just to get those started. And go hunting and exploring every now and again for some new stuff. But I've got a lot of other fairly cool ideas that I'm looking forward to getting to a stage that I can do something about. I'm definitely going to show you guys how to link the nether portals up between the villages, because there's a certain little technique, a little bit of maths, but it's difficult to get your head round until somebody shows you, I think. So I'm going to do an episode at some point where I will show you how I'm going to connect the villages and everything else that I ever create in this world together via a network of railway tunnels in the nether, I think. I think that's my plan. I like the idea of having trains running through the nether, just because it's something different. And I've not been involved in the railways on the Utopia server. Another guy, Tanhan, my friend, has been messing about with the Railcraft and the the Railcraft mod pack, and has had a look through the Traincraft mod pack and that as well, Steve's carts and all those sort of things. And I think I wouldn't mind having a go at it in the same way as I want to do a bit more in Computercraft and actually try and figure out a few cool things Computercraft wise. So that's a bit later on. I don't want to start trying to look into the Railcraft mod. I'm expecting it to be very, very costly on resources to start that mod. So I really need to focus on getting all the basics set up first, get my quarry set up, get loads of iron, get loads of resources in, and then we can start on new mods and start being able to experiment lots and lots more. So I'm still going to be keeping up with the episodes, probably going to try. Now, it's another, I'm going to try, not exactly set in stone, but I'm going to try and do 2 episodes of the New World every week. So you should expect to see those episodes, one on a Wednesday and one on a Friday. And if I'm running a bit late, don't worry about it. It will still come out, but maybe a day or so later. Most of the time, though, I think I can probably manage to get it out on a Wednesday and on a Friday. And then you've got something to look forward to. You know when it's going to be out. And we can start getting through all these processes together. And I'll probably be doing a lot more of this sort of mining out and clearing out places. My quarry in particular, once we've set it up once, then I'll never show you it being set up again. I'll just keep quarrying and quarrying and quarrying and keep going back out there and resetting it somewhere else. But for now, though, I think we need to focus on just getting a little bit of everything we need from the nether, making a nice safe route to the fortresses, getting all the basic farming supplies that we need, which is basically food, which is the cow farm. I do plan on keeping everything farming related and mining related in this area as my first base, as it were. But we will go off and we'll find other places. There's things about the villagers. That's another thing that I've talked about that I really want to explore fully and get into. But again, I want the resources so that I can do that, and I want to be able to do the linking between villages in the nether, so I can do trading at multiple villages without having long distance treks to run across between episodes. If I've got a minecart track at least in the nether from one village to the next, then we can have a very quick jump. I can go, right, this episode we're going to go and bombard the villagers with trades and go and check on them, see how the villagers are doing and gain some of their special items, maybe go hunting for new villages from new cultures. Because I think there's like 4 different cultures and we've only actually seen one, really. I think we saw Mustache Man the other day. Mustache Man, he was from a different culture. But there's plenty of cultures out there across the world, including the Japanese, and they've all Japanese, Normans, Hindi, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. I read the wiki a while back now. We're going to go and find all of their places, and we're going to go and get all of their little quests done and all that sort of stuff over the long term. We're also going to collect all the armour and weapons and things in the game and display them all nicely and have a good look through to find out which armours and which weapons and which tools are actually the best in the mod pack for you to aim for. We're going to do all of this over the long term, and you're quite welcome to throw in the comments below this video and any video you see, just give me a few little bits of look into this for us, and could you do something on this for us and things like that. And if it's if I get to know a mod within the pack fairly well and you request it, I may do some sort of mod spotlight for how the mod works. Not a Direwolf 20 type mod spotlight necessarily, where it's solely the mod, but more how the mod can be interactive and what you can use the mod for with other mods from the New World mod pack. And I'll do that in a creative environment if you want to see those sort of things. If you want something explained, like say the Falling Meteors mod, then let me know and I can do something in creative and give you a bit of an episode to help you guys out. It also helps me learn a lot by doing that creative mode. I do a lot of testing every now and again in creative mode and test things out, and I'll show you all that testing and I'll show you all the details in episodes like that if you want me to. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to just carry on at a nice steady pace, doing a stepping stones towards getting some epic builds across this new world land, with railway tracks running through the nether from place to place and getting us all about, giving us everything we want and exploring all of the mods as thoroughly as I possibly can, making as many cool builds as I possibly can using those mods during the next however long the mod lasts for. Okay, let's see what we get off our 30 levels. I think power 3. Not too bad. Let's see how that fits onto this. Fiber-wide bow with power 3. Yeah, baby. Do that then. Awesome. Right then, so it's time to say goodbye. Now, I've been annoyed by these little zombie noises for a while, so I thought I'd come and test my bow out in here. Oh, good shot. 20, man. 16 points of damage, not bad. I think I forgot to light this place up. I think it was a while ago I forgot to light it up. One of the caves that didn't get connected to anything else. But anyway, guys, this is the end of episode 14, and I will see you again very soon. Let's hope I can keep to a schedule and get it out for Wednesday for you, in which case I will see you on Wednesday. Have a lot of fun, and for me and Mr. Enderman, say goodbye. Goodbye, folks. See you later.